everyone, it's Jackie, and today I wanted to share with you just a really quick but cute Easter project that I saw online, and I thought that would be something that everyone or most people could recreate, and it would be really cute and uplifting for this time of year. But first, wanted to just share a couple of housekeeping things, I guess. First of all, wanted to share with you, this is a card I got in the mail this week, and I thought these Facebook Lives would be a good time to just share with you certain things that come in the post that I'm not necessarily going to put on my website, but I thought it was quite a beautiful one, and my favorite color, Pool Party, which if you've been to my classes, you know we don't miss an opportunity to use Pool Party. And then I also wanted to share with you an update on the shipping. Basically, what I can tell you is that it feels like every day it's something different. We were initially told we were all go, that it was business as usual. Then it was everything up to 2nd of April could be shipped. And then the New Zealand government stepped in and said no. And then it was yes, and then it was no. Anyway, it's just been all very back and forth. And yesterday I see that certain food businesses are now able to ship. But at the moment, our orders are being collected and packed, but they are sitting in Sydney, and then they will be sent over to New Zealand as soon as the New Zealand government lets us bring packages in. So I guess what I'm saying is, depends when your order was placed. Even if it was before the midnight 2nd of April deadline, there were the New Zealand government stepped in basically, and there are some that didn't get shipped. But just know that your orders will be sent as soon as possible. It's not really in Stampin' Up's interest or my interest to have them not delivered. So hopefully that will all resolve sooner rather than later. And if we all just do what we need to do and be patient, then hopefully this will be over sooner. That being said, if there's something that you're waiting for and need, or would just really, really like to have, let me know, because I may have stuff here. And if I can slip it into a letterbox, then I could potentially get it to you. Then the other thing, just wanted to confirm to everyone that everyone in my house is well. Some of you may know that my daughter was returned from doing some service work overseas. She's been home 13 and a half days and is absolutely fine. So just wanted to assure everyone that we're all well in this house. Okay, and I hope everyone's well in your house too. So this card, oh, and I wrote down her name. Hold on. The lady who made this card, well, this is my version of her card. Her name is Ratzis Bastelkuche. She's a German, but I just want to give credit where credit's due. I've changed it up just a little bit, but the basic concept is hers. So I think you'll find some fun little tips in this one. So I'm going to make one that's just slightly different, just for something, different. So I've got just my A5 card that I'm going to fold in half, just the thick Whisper Whites, what you'd want to use for a card base. Then I have a piece of 5 5/8 by 3 7/8 crumb cake. Actually, the other way, 5 5/8, 3 7/8. And then I have a 5 1/2 by 3 3/4 inch piece of Whisper White. And this one I embossed with the Coastal Weave. Sorry, I just had a mind blank. The Coastal Weave folder. It's got kind of a fun basket weave, perfect for an Easter thing, but a little bit tropical. So I chose this one to use, and we're just going to adhere those together. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on the card front because we don't have any ribbons or anything going around this. I'm just going to put adhesive through the middle like so. Okay, make sure I'm where you can see me. Then I used one of the stitched shape rectangles. You could use slightly smaller, you could use slightly bigger, you could use a square, you could even just cut a square. You don't have to have this exact rectangle. And I've cut that out of some of the Parisian Blossoms paper. So this one I've used the blues, and this one I've used the one that's got blue and pink. I kind of debated on that one too. That would be quite cute, but we'll see how this... Actually, before you put that on, you want to put the ribbon on. Okay, so let's just cut a bit of ribbon. And I'm just going to take a guess where that's going to end up. We'll just put our Easter eggs to fit around it. Or somewhere around the middle. Oop, cut. Plenty of ribbon there. Trying to work around the glue I put on too early. Maybe just put a little bit more on. Okay, then we're just going to place that kind of over to the right-hand side. However it ends up. Like this card, you know, you can totally change this up. And then I'm going to go ahead and take another piece. You need about 10 inches of this ribbon and just tie a little bow on the side. And if you don't want a bow, you can just do a little knot or something similar. Something like that. Just going to get my good ribbon scissors. Okay. Oops. Now to do our Easter eggs, you're going to love this. We're going to use our balloon punch to create those Easter eggs. So I've cut, let's see, I want, well, maybe I've cut the wrong one. I'm going to cut a couple of those out of the petal pink. Let's see, we're going to use the big one, and then I don't have a small one of this. Let me just grab that. And then we'll use a small one with the print. This is also out of the Parisian Flourish, but you want to make sure your print's going, yep, the right way. Okay. Now, then we're just going to take our scissors and just cut off that little balloon top, and you've got this cute little Easter egg. I don't really have the patience for a lot of punch art, but these really simple ones I actually quite enjoy. Then to make our little bunnies, you're going to love this. We're going to actually use our large and medium daisy punch. So I'm out of the large one, I'm going to punch out the soft suede. I sprained my thumb last week sometime. Struggle with the punches at the moment. And I'm just going to cut that in half, and then you're just going to cut, you might need to turn that over, 2 of the petals off. Oops. And then use your bone folder to kind of just curve them just slightly. We'll just put a little bit of adhesive on there, and then we'll put him up like that, peeking out behind the Easter egg. So cute. And then we'll grab a few dimensionals. And put that one about right there. Again, you can place these all sorts of places and it will still look right. And then we'll grab our smaller daisy punch. I believe one's called the large and one's called the medium. We'll punch that out and then just do the same thing with this. Just cut. I'll not do it on top of my project again. Oops, I want to curl those ears forward just a little bit. You can see, you can put more detail on this if you wanted. You could add some little eyes or some little details to their ears. I'm just going to keep this quite simple. And then have him peeking out from behind there. Now, when you put dimensionals on this one, you will only want dimensionals on kind of one side because it's going to overlap the other egg. I'll show you what I mean in a sec. So that, you wouldn't want dimensionals right here. Okay, so something like that. Okay, then I have cut the very skinniest stitched rectangle for our words, but again, if you don't have the stitched rectangle, sorry, you could just cut those by hand. And I'm going to stamp the Easter blessings. Now the Easter blessings comes from the Itty Bitty Greeting stamp set, and this stamp set is 2 cases, but it's all one stamp set. I think at the moment this is the only Easter greeting that I have, so, but there's certainly other ones available that you may have in your stash. And then just a little glue on that and place that across your Easter eggs. Then I always like to add just a little bit of sparkle, so you could use pearls or rhinestones, or I'm using these champagne rhinestones because I just love these. So we'll place that on, and that, actually I'm going to move that one up a little bit, and then maybe one down here like so. There we go. Then to do the inside of the card, I just use the same measurements of the white and the crumb cake that I have on the front, but I've just done a little bit of that coastal weave embossing folder on the bottom of this white one. If you have any scraps of your paper that you've used, you could put that on there as well, or instead of, so whichever you like. Or if you have some other Easter type stamps, you could put that in. I'm thinking this could also make a pretty cute baby card. Okay, so there you go. You can see the 2 different versions. I'll take photos of these as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and maybe you can find a few little fun uses from your flower and balloon punches. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.